It has been a while, so I want to welcome you to my new studio. And also, in the time since we've last been together, Pilates has become so popular and mainstream that you can find it in a ton of places. It's much more accessible. You can find a lot of Pilates-based group fitness classes, which is great. But I want to give you a little bit of the detail that makes classical Pilates. The reason that this has stood the test of time used to be mostly for elite people, athletes, celebrities, people like that, and it has stood the test of time where now you can find it in most places and jump into a group class. But I want to give you some of the details that make Pilates what it really is, so that whether you have your own at-home practice, work with an instructor, or go to group classes, that some of these things, some of these details might help you get more out of your workout. So this is the Cadillac, and we're just going to run through some mat exercises that you could easily do at home with no equipment, but I'm just going to do it here on the Cadillac. So the first thing that we would do is just go ahead and lie down on your back, and we would look for what is the correct placement that we're looking for in the body. So really important thing in Pilates is your powerhouse. A lot of people call it your core, but it's not just your stomach. It's all of your abdominal muscles, your back muscles, your hips, and your thighs. So it's all the muscles of your center that stabilize your pelvis and your spine. And we consider the box of our body, the shoulders to the hips. We want to work evenly through the box, so you're creating symmetry in your body and sourcing your movements from your center. So if you were starting off on the mat, we would start off with the 100, which is a breath exercise. And depending on your level of fitness, you could keep your feet down and your head down, reach it to your arms. The action of the 100 is a pumping motion of your arms, 4 to 6 inches up and down. And you're inhaling for the count of 5. And exhaling for the count of 5. Inhaling for the count of 5. Exhaling for the count of 5. If you are strong enough and feel up to it, you're going to hover your legs up in a tabletop. But it shouldn't just pop your stomach out. You should be able to have control of your abdominal muscles. And if you still want to take it up a notch, you would raise your head up. Inhaling for 5. Exhaling for 5. When you got to 100, you can go ahead and hug your knees into your chest and relax. Okay, bring yourself up to sitting. So I have a foot strap here. If you don't have one, if you're at home, you could always just push your feet up against a wall or hook them underneath furniture, or you could go without. So another really popular theme in Pilates is, we want a strong core, but we want a strong core because we want a healthy spine. So we're always thinking of our stomach muscles as a corset around the back. This is called the roll down. You're gonna have your knees bent, take your hands on your thighs, squeeze your thighs together, and then pull your abdominal muscles to create a roundness through your waist and your low back, and your arms and your stomach bring you back up. You don't want to leave your waist behind and just hang on with your hips. You want to make sure that you're pulling with your stomach muscles, and the stomach muscles still pull back as you curl yourself up. So this is called the roll down. We do about 5 to 10 of those. Really good for core strength, healthy spine. And then we're going to roll all the way down onto our back. We're going to take our feet out of the strap, knees bent, feet down flat. These are called the single leg circles. This is still for stability in your core and some mobility in the hip. So I'm going to keep my right leg bent and stable. I'm going to straighten the left leg up, and arms and stomach push into the mat. Without anything moving but this leg, I'm going to take my inner thigh in, down, a little open, and center. In, down, a little open, center. I'm just really trying to anchor my waistline in opposition of this moving leg. Would do 5 in one direction, and then I would reverse. reverses. So a little bit open, down, inner thigh comes center, up. A little open, down, inner thigh center, up. We'll do about 5 of those. It always feels nice to grab your leg and give yourself a little bit of a stretch there. And then join the legs together. Okay, then you're gonna come up to sitting. This is called rolling like a ball. And in its fullest glory, you're gonna hold on to the front of the ankles, but let's take it a little bit, let's modify it a little bit. You're gonna grab your hands behind your thighs. Exactly like you did the roll back, use your stomach muscles to round your back. That's how you roll like a ball, right? It has to stay round. Float your feet up off the mat. And if you're gonna start off by just figuring out if you can maintain this position, and if you can maintain it, then you're gonna use your stomach muscles to roll you back and roll you back up to stop. Your stomach's gonna roll you back and roll up to stop. That is just a massage of your own back. It's great for your spine, your discs, your nerves, also getting an even massage on the right and the left side of the muscles along your spine. And then we're gonna use our stomach muscles and roll back down on our back, 1 vertebra at a time. This is called the single leg pull. So you're gonna draw both knees into your chest, place 2 hands on top of 1 knee. You're pulling 1 leg out and you extend the other leg out in your center line. And then you switch. It's nice to reach the elbows wide out to the sides. That way you can work the back of your arms, which is always good, and keep your chest open. And if you're feeling up to it, the exercise has the head lifted. But you can always start it with your head down and make sure you're feeling your stomach instead of your neck. We would do about 10 sets of those. And then hug your knees into your chest and relax your head down. For the double leg pull, you want to feel your tailbone down and your stomach stays in, so we're not going to let our abdominals protrude as we reach our arms and our legs. And then you pull your legs back in. Hold your abdominals in the mat, extend your arms and legs, and pull your legs back in. And again, if you feel up to it, the way to increase the intensity is just to raise your head up. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, extend. And exhale, pull in. Okay, and then we're going to come up to sitting for the spine stretch forward. So you want to take your legs into a straddle that's a little bit wider than hip and shoulder distance apart. If you can, you want your legs straight and your feet flexed. If that is too hard for you to sit up, if your back is tight or your hamstrings are tight and putting your legs out makes this happen, just bend your knees and try to get your back to lift up. You could also put your hands down on the mat to help with that. So I'm actually going to show you keeping my legs bent, and then if possible, you're going to take your arms straight forward. So the most important part is we just want to sit up straight and tall and have a straight spine, right? Your head is over your ribs or over your hips. You can make an inhale, and then we want to drop our head down and reach our spine forward. So that's why it's called the spine stretch forward. And then restack 1 vertebra at a time. You can add some breath. Make an inhale, sit up straight and tall. Drop your chin to your chest, reach your back forward and exhale. And as you can, you begin to get the legs towards straight and roll back up to sitting up tall. One more time, make an inhale, chin to the chest, roll down, exhale, reach forward and roll back up. Okay, so that is a foundational mat. So focus using your powerhouse, right? Reminder, stomach, back, hips, thighs. We care about decompressing and elongating the spine. And we want to use both sides of the body evenly, so we care about our box. And then as always, our 2-way stretch of the spine lifted up and the inner thighs reaching down. So that is the important things to focus on when you're doing the basic mat